You say no, and almost immediately you feel it. That tight feeling in your chest, that quiet voice in your head saying, maybe that was rude. What if they're upset now? So you go back, you explain, you apologize, you soften it. Sometimes you even change your answer. Not because you wanted to, but because saying no felt wrong. And if you've ever felt guilty for simply choosing yourself, this didn't start today. Picture this. Someone asks you for a favor. It's not urgent. It's not even something you want to do. But there's that moment, that pause. You already know your answer is no, but instead you say, okay, I'll try. And the second you say it, you feel it again, regret. Not because the task is hard, but because you said yes when you meant no. Or maybe it looks different. You finally say no. Calm, polite, respectful, and yet your mind won't let it go. You replay the conversation, you analyze their tone, you wonder if you sounded selfish, and suddenly your simple no starts to feel like you did something wrong. Pause for a second. Think about the last time you said yes when you didn't want to. Why did you do it? Not the surface reason, the real one. Was it to avoid conflict? To not disappoint them? To not feel like a bad person? Just notice that. Here's what most people don't realize. The guilt you feel when you say no isn't actually about the moment. It's about what you learned a long time ago. Because somewhere in your past, you were taught something very subtle. That being a good person means being available, being helpful, being easy, being agreeable. And every time you met those expectations, you were accepted, maybe even praised. But when you didn't, something changed. Maybe people got disappointed. Maybe they withdrew. Maybe they made you feel selfish without ever saying the word. So your mind adapted. It created a quiet rule. If I say yes, I'm safe. If I say no, I might lose connection. And that rule stayed, not consciously, but emotionally. So now, even as an adult, every no feels like a risk. Not just of conflict, but of losing someone's approval. That's why the guilt feels so real. Because to your mind, it's not just about a favor, it's about belonging. You start thinking things like, what if they think I've changed? What if they stop asking me? What if they don't like me anymore? And just like that, your boundary turns into anxiety. But here's the part that's easy to miss. Saying yes when you mean no doesn't actually protect your relationships. It slowly damages them. Because every time you ignore your own limits, you build quiet resentment. Not loud, not dramatic, just subtle. It shows up like this. You agree to something, but feel drained doing it. You help someone, but feel unseen afterward. You show up, but not fully. And over time, you start feeling disconnected from others and from yourself. Pause again. Ask yourself honestly, how many times have you said yes and then felt tired? Not physically, but emotionally. That feeling matters. It's trying to tell you something. Because your no isn't just a rejection of others, it's a protection of yourself. But when you were younger, maybe that wasn't allowed. Maybe your needs came second. Maybe saying no led to tension. Maybe you had to be the easy one, the understanding one. So you became that person, the one who adjusts, the one who doesn't complain, the one who says yes, even when it hurts. And people started to expect it, not because they're bad, but because that's what you showed them. So now, when you finally say no, it feels like you're breaking a pattern, not just for them, but for yourself. And breaking patterns always feels uncomfortable. But uncomfortable doesn't mean wrong, it means new. Here's the shift. Guilt doesn't always mean you did something bad. Sometimes, it just means you did something different, something your old version of you wasn't allowed to do. And that's why it feels heavy. Because you're not just saying no to a person, you're saying no to a role you've been playing for years. The one who always agrees, the one who never disappoints, the one who keeps the peace. But here's the truth. You can be kind and still say no. You can care about someone and still choose yourself. You can be a good person without being available all the time. Let that sink in. Because the fear isn't really about the word no, it's about what you think it means. Selfish, distant, unkind.
But what if it actually means something else? Honest, self-aware, respectful of your own limits. Think about it. Would you want someone in your life who always says yes, but secretly feels exhausted? Or someone who is real with you, even if it means saying no sometimes?
Real relationships can handle honesty. They don't require you to disappear to be accepted. And the ones that do were never built on the real you in the first place. That's the part most people avoid, because it's uncomfortable to admit, but it's also freeing. You don't have to become harsh. You don't have to push people away. This isn't about rejecting others. It's about including yourself. Start small. Say no without over-explaining, without apologizing for existing, without turning it into a long justification. It will feel strange at first, maybe even wrong, but that feeling isn't a sign to stop. It's a sign that something is changing. You're unlearning the idea that your worth is tied to how much you give, because it's not. Your time matters. Your energy matters. Your limits matter. And every time you say no when you truly mean it, you're not losing something. You're gaining something back, yourself. So the next time guilt shows up, don't run from it. Just pause and ask yourself, did I do something wrong, or did I finally choose myself? Because that question changes everything.